Live, you're watching Good Morning Basin on ABC Big 2.
Now at 5, today is Election Day, and we are your local election headquarters. And we have more on the big races ahead of this primary day.
And new overnight, Russian troops are heading toward a nuclear plant in Ukraine. How the country's president is responding.
Then a deadly shooting at a church leaves 5 people dead. The details straight ahead. Good morning, Basin. I'm Marc Thomas.
And I'm Samantha Smerechniak. Happy Tuesday. Happy Election Day.
Yes. And also first day of March. We're rolling into spring.
Oh my goodness. It is absolutely crazy. I can't believe we are already into March. I feel like we just celebrated the new year. But luckily, we got a little bit of spring weather finally. Ooh. Let's bring in our meteorologist, Ryan DePhillips. And Ryan, yesterday, it was super nice out despite a very cold start to the morning.
Yeah, not as chilly as this morning. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s, so above freezing. I do think it'll drop to around 39 degrees this morning before warming up in the 60s, near normal for this time of year. Low temperature also near normal for this time of year. Nowhere near those records though. And I'm going to be tracking a little bit more in the way of warmer and windier weather later this week. So that's something that we have to see. And today, despite the mild conditions, really mostly cloudy skies dominating the basin. But then as we head into tomorrow, thinner clouds. And with that, we're going to be seeing windier conditions at times and also warmer conditions. High temperatures tomorrow going to warm up after starting off in the 30s and 40s. Peaks of sunshine later in the day. I think high temperatures will reach the 70-degree mark in many locations. And I'll be tracking 70 and maybe even 80-degree temperature readings later this week. Back to you guys.
All right, let's take a look outside right now at I-20 in Odessa. An empty roadway at 5:01 on this Tuesday morning, so no traffic to report as of right now.
We are your local election headquarters, and today Texans will vote in the primaries for major seats like governor, attorney general, and seats in local races too.
Live, you're watching Good Morning Basin on ABC Big 2.
Now at 6, today is Election Day, and we're your local election headquarters, and we'll have more on the big races this primary day.
And new overnight, Russian troops are heading toward a nuclear plant in Ukraine. How the country's president is responding.
Then a deadly shooting at a church leaves 5 people dead. We'll have those details straight ahead. Good morning, everyone. I'm Marc Thomas.
And I'm Samantha Smerechniak. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday morning. Also Election Day, so we got a lot to cover this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And as the polls start to open in the next hour or so, I wonder what the weather will be like. Will it cooperate?
Definitely. Well, for that answer, let's check in with our meteorologist now, Ryan DePhillips. And Ryan, how's it looking out there this morning?
Yeah, cloudy and cool, certainly not as chilly as yesterday morning. Really not much in the way of any chances of precipitation. We are seeing some very light rain showers and sprinkles near Carlsbad, but a lot of that is not reaching the ground. So we have a lot of dry air at the surface, really preventing any chances of precipitation. I think temperatures right around 8 a.m. will be in the upper 30s and near 40 degrees with very chilly conditions out there. Current temperature 38 degrees, so remaining steady, if not slightly starting to warm up as we head toward the morning rush. Temperatures will be warming up this afternoon with gustier winds, especially here in the southern basin in those blues and those yellow colors. Winds gusting at 40 miles per hour at times with windy conditions tomorrow as well. And I'll be tracking the return of 70 to 80 degree temperature readings later this week. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Ryan. And let's take a live look at I-20 in Odessa this morning. Traffic moving along well, pretty light this morning so far. So you shouldn't have too many issues if you are heading out the door right now.
Well, we are your local election headquarters, and the primary elections are here, and Texans will head to the polls starting in about an hour from now to vote for major seats. And ABC Big 2's Tatiana Battle joins us live in studio.
And Tatiana, you spoke to a local professor for an in-depth look into the March primary.
That's right, you guys. Good morning. And like Mark was saying, just an hour from now, people are headed to the polls. Now, the primaries this year have a big impact on how local races and who ends up on the ballot come November. And Dr. Brian Dill at Odessa College explained the importance of voting in the primaries.
Live, you're watching Good Morning Basin on ABC Big 2.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Samantha Smerechniak. Today is Election Day for the Texas primary, and a heads up for people who chose to vote by mail. If you have not mailed in your absentee ballot yet, you can take the ballot to your voting precinct where you will be allowed to vote in person. All mail-in ballots must be received by 7 p.m. on election night, and if you are unable to go inside a polling location because of a disability or any medical concern, you can request that you vote from your car. And you can cast your vote today at different polling locations around the basin until 7 p.m. For more on today's election, head to yourbasin.com. For ABC Big 2 News, I'm Samantha Smerechniak. I hope you have a great day.
And now your local weather authority forecast.
A chilly morning, but not quite as chilly as yesterday morning. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s above freezing, and also a little bit above normal in some locations. 60s and 70s dominating the basin, even some lower 80s in extreme southern basin. But that'll be at the expense of gusty winds developing throughout the afternoon. And with these gusty winds, mostly cloudy skies throughout the basin, but not producing much in the way of any chances of precipitation, as we do notice that in the futurecasts, really no greens or any pinks or whites. And again, very above normal temperatures, so very cloudy skies, a lot of dry air in the lower levels of the atmosphere. Sunnier conditions tomorrow, and at the expense of gustier winds, and as a result of that, warmer air as well. High temperatures in the 70s predominantly. Gusty winds as we head into Thursday. 70s and 80s on Friday with more humid conditions before slowly but surely cooling off and drying out by the weekend.
Live from Midland, Odessa, and Big Spring, this is ABC Big 2 News at 11:30.
We are your local election headquarters, and the primary elections are here, and people around the basin are heading out to the polls today to cast their votes.
There are some big races taking place today, including the seat for Texas Attorney General and Governor.
ABC Big 2's Tatiana Battle joins us from the MCM Elegante polling location with the latest.
It's primary election day, and voters are steadily coming out to the polls to cast their vote.
Live from Midland, Odessa, and Big Spring, this is ABC Big 2 News at 6.
We are your local election headquarters, and today is officially election day for the primary elections. Good evening, I'm Madalyn Bierster.
And I'm Karsen Buschjost. ABC Big 2's Rachel Hallam joins us now live in Midland.
And Rachel, you spoke with several voters about how these elections can impact people's day-to-day lives.
That's right, guys. All day today, dozens of voters and candidates have been standing outside voting locations trying to spread the word to get out and vote. I spoke with several of them about the importance of voting.
Voters are disgruntled or unhappy, yet turnout tends to be a little bit low.
According to the Midland County Elections Office archives, voter turnout in Midland County for the primary elections in 2020 was less than 30% of registered voters.
You're watching ABC Big 2 News at 6 with Karsen Buschjost, Madalyn Bierster, and Chief Meteorologist Chase Menendez.
Well, the Young Women's Leadership Academy in Midland is getting ready to unveil its newest STEM center this week. On Thursday morning, the organization will show off its facility, complete with 3D printers and other cutting-edge tools. The center will help young scientists and engineers practice critical thinking and solve some complex problems.
Live from Midland, Odessa, and Big Spring, this is ABC Big 2 News at 10.
We are your local election headquarters. Voters across the basin went to the polls today to make their voices heard. Tonight, we'll be bringing you the latest numbers as the results become available. Good evening, everyone. I'm Madalyn Bierster.
And I'm Karsen Buschjost. Now, one of the biggest items on the ballot is the race for governor. Several Republicans and Democrats are vying for the seat. All right, let's take a look right now at the latest. Well, there are 8 total candidates running in the Republican gubernatorial primary. Here's a look at the latest numbers as we have 76% of the votes in right now.